Another special guest today. We pulled him out of his cave that we normally keep him in, took him out of his dockers that are normally pleated, and brought him on set to talk finance. All the way from Florida, coming to join us, not from Ohio, despite the odd love for the Buckeyes. Today we're joined by our Director of Finance, Bryan Dunbar. Welcome, Bryan.
Nice to be here.
Is this your first appearance on
This is my first appearance. You guys usually don't let me.
Your mom is going to be proud?
I'm probably not going to let anybody watch this that I know of right now.
Okay.
I would say we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to have Bryan. We've been trying to do a series. One of Corey's actual content goals is to bring somebody from each different department of the company on to talk through their different areas of expertise. So today we're going to talk about finance, and we're actually going to give you 5 tools, I think, and with a bonus 6th.
Yeah, bonus 6.
Bonus 6 tools to use to help with your accounting for your small business. I remember before you showed up, our accounting process started with me managing QuickBooks, because between Jordan and I was an easy choice to run the QuickBooks. Then Josh showed up, and between the 3 of us, he was an easy choice to run QuickBooks. And then finally we decided that we were all bad at it, and we brought you in. So maybe if you could just reflect on the general state of our finance when you showed up.
Yeah, you got it. First of all, I'm going to say the fact that you and Josh were in there in QuickBooks is a little scary.
Yeah.
Like that it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be when I got here.
I mean, we like to, part of it was like we wanted to try and have fun with accounting. We would create like pretend categories.
Yeah, that's not a good thing when it comes to accounting. You don't want to have fun with it as per se. It's pretty cut and dry.
So like Josh's dumb purchases was like a journal entry that I like to put in there sometimes.
I never found that one, but it's probably in there somewhere.
No, it's true though. We definitely went the route of no fun by bringing you in. So you've definitely helped us to clean up finance. So why don't you give maybe a little bit about your background, and then you can start with your first tool that you use here at CTC to help us keep track of our finances.
Yeah, that little background is I came, like Taylor said, I came from Florida. Talked with Taylor one night about this opportunity. Said, hey, are you serious about moving across the country for this? Your heart's got to be all in. And decided to take that leap of faith, come out here. And I really, seriously have not regretted it.
You don't want to brag about some of your degrees?
Degrees, I mean, I went to the University of Illinois for accounting, and then got my MBA down in Florida.
Online school?
Not online,
Dry?
No, Phoenix. But no, that's a little bit on my educational background. But
so real quick though, how did you decide that you were into accounting?
Oh, I took a high school accounting class my senior year. I had no idea what I wanted to do. My brother's an engineer. Thought maybe I'd go down that path. It wasn't for me.
No.
But I took this class my senior year of high school, and I just aced all the accounting. And I was like, it just all clicked for me, made sense. And I was like, okay.
You're off and running.
Oh, and both of my parents are accountants, so that kind of had something to do with it too.
Oh, and that too, yeah.
Just a little side note there.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So awesome. So what we want to walk through today, again, 5 tools that are hopefully helpful for you, because I know as someone who's not an accountant, and I'm great at math, don't get me wrong, but I just don't like details. I'm not great at details. Corey will tell you, Corey, how many times would you say you've picked up my wallet for me or my keys when we travel, or some stupid thing that I'm forgetting? Every single day. So details are not my specialty, which again, not great for accounting. So I know the pain as a small business owner of having to run your own QuickBooks and accounting and finance. So we're hoping today that these are some tools that will at least make some of the process easier for you. So let's hear it. What's number 1?
So the first tool I'll talk about is it's a software called Time IQ, and it's a time tracking application that we use that is very helpful. It's very user friendly. And it's very helpful in taking a really hard look at the profitability across our teams and across our clients, because there's a cost associated with each of our team members' time that they're spending on our clients' service side. So from a reporting aspect, we can look at by team, by project. For our content team, it's very helpful to look at client projects and to really understand not just from profitability by hour, stuff like that, but also the distribution of the time that our team members are taking, that they're spending across all of our clients versus how much revenue is coming in from those clients. Are we using our time most effectively, as well as serving the best interest of our clients?
Yeah. So if you're in a service business at all, or you have any billables that are done by hour, or even if you aren't, even if you are selling a consumer product, Time IQ is a great way to understand where your time is going and to ensure you're allocating it to the most valuable place. For our business, it's critically important because we are actually, like, our sort of human resource is our asset that we're essentially selling. So we need to ensure that our time is going against the areas of greatest opportunity. But if you are doing any sort of business where you are billing clients based on time, and again, even if you're not, Time IQ represents a great way to understand where your most precious resource, your time, is going. And that allocation can allow you to make all sorts of adjustments if you're thorough about tracking it. So Time IQ is a great software that we use. One of our employees, John, has actually found this like cube that he uses, that he syncs up with the app, that he like turns it over, and each side of the cube represents a different client, and it auto syncs. So there's some cool ways to make it not a tedious process, because I'm sure Zubin or Kelly Rapuano, or if you're listening to this, you're hearing me talk about tracking hours and you're like, are you kidding me? We couldn't get that guy to put his hours in to save his life when he was an employee for us. I understand it. It can be tedious, but it's incredibly valuable.
Yes, exactly.
So there you go. First tool, Time IQ. Let's go to number 2.
Second tool I'll talk about is Right Signature. We use Right Signature. Taylor loves Right Signature.
Oh my gosh.
Because of a common theme across these tools is it's very user friendly. What I do, we send all our contracts through Right Signature, and I just attach a PDF, write a short message to the signers, to the signatories, and just add a signature box, add a date box, hit send. I mean, it's literally that simple. And what's so great?
It's all cloud-based, right?
It's all cloud-based, and what's so great about it is it, for record-keeping purposes, it like archives all our contracts for us. It even tells you when someone's looked at the contract. It gives you notifications when one signer has actually gone through and signed it, and when it's fully executed. So you can't get, there's no scanning and emailing back and forth.
Changing titles to, I remember like V4 Taylor signed, V7 signed by this. Like, it's a nightmare if you have to email PDFs back and forth for signatures. So whether that's vendor agreements, do you even put 1099s in there?
We don't. We'll get to that later on the 1099 side. But just, mostly contracts. But vendor agreements, we've done licensing agreements. And it's just a great way to keep all of those in one place as well. All cloud-based, like you said.
So a little bit outside the scope of true accounting there, but also a great way to keep documentation cloud-based. Super. You can sign from a mobile device. Like, it is incredibly easy and important tool to use. So Right Signature is a great way to manage contracts and signatures. What else? Keep going.
Third tool would be Expensify. Expensify is something we've rolled out here in 2018, and it's really improved on the accounting side, on my side, of not everybody just turning in the receipts to me and kind of doing their accounting for them on reconciling expenses. Expensify stores all the receipt images. Our employees, our team members submit their reimbursements straight to me. I look through, approve them, and then Panayota, our director of differentiation, goes ahead and submits the reimbursement, goes straight ACH to their bank account. Seamless process, very, very streamlined. And then with credit card reconciliations, our content projects, again, to store all that in there in one place, and then be able to submit it to the client for.
Does it actually allow them to categorize, map to your categorized in the journal to like?
Yes, we have done that as well. We've taken our general ledger, imported it into Expensify, so there's no wide variations about where they're tagging all these expenses to. It makes my job a lot easier.
Right. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing is you're dispersing responsibility to people so that you don't just take your accountant and say, hey, this is a money thing, you handle it. Because the last thing I want him doing is being bogged down itemizing things in the ledger in a way that could be shared amongst the people who have responsibility and are doing the spending. So Expensify is a great way. And this is something that early on in your company, when there's 4 of us, we're just using a credit card and no one's worrying about what's what, and that's being reconciled in QuickBooks, and usually it gets a mess, and then Katie over at Words has to fix it for us at tax season, right? But now that there's enough of us and we have each individual team has a budget for client entertainment and all these different things, and there's a lot more office expenses, Having a way to reconcile and have each manager and leader in the company own responsibility for reconciling and categorizing their own expenses is going to keep him from spending hours and hours categorizing different items, trying to break out itemized receipts and understand what was spent where. By dispersing that responsibility out to the team with a tool like Expensify, you're going to allow your director of finance or your accountant or your controller or whoever it might be to focus on things that are far more important. So it's a really important tool for expense reconciliation.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. What else you got? Number 4.
So the 4th tool is Gusto. It's our payroll software, and it is extremely user-friendly for processing payroll. And what makes it so great and so unique is all of the integrations that they offer. Paid time off, health benefits. The list just keeps going about what the capabilities for us to have in one place, and it integrates with our 401k as well.
Yep.
So, which I'll talk about in a second.
So one of the things that you want to do is you want to reduce the number of different logins that your employees have to be able to manage their sort of HR ecosystem, right? And especially with all their financial benefits and that sort of thing. And
so that's our hub.
Yes, exactly.
Gusto is our hub. And with contractors, it's so easy to get a contractor set up and to pay them straight through Gusto, ACH, or if they want to get paid via check, and then Gusto automatically issues those 1099s at the end of the year for us.
That's huge.
From an accounting aspect, that is a huge benefit.
Yep.
It's a big time suck
to create, try and email them, get their information, track it down, send the 1099, receive it.
And then on the W-2 side as well, it issues all W-2s at the end of the year, filings with the state, payroll tax updates, all of that. And the biggest benefit of all for us at our size right now, we're not going to use one of the bigger payroll processing companies. It costs us like $250 a month.
Right.
It is extremely cheap for how much benefit we get from it.
Yeah, so just today as a manager, I get paid time off requests. They show up in there. So we used to have to track that on a spreadsheet, and then you get payroll over here, and then you'd have, your W-2 being issued here. But this gives us a centralized hub, like you said, for a great price. So if you're an early stage company that's looking for a great payroll software, we've loved Gusto. It's been a great interaction for us. An easy way to sort of create a centralized hub. Like you said, they can access 401k from there. So I think that's your 5th tool. Is a good lead in.
4th.
Oh yeah, number 5 though.
Number 5 is the 401k. It's a company called Guideline. And a huge benefit there for us is that it is directly integrated into Gusto. Now, Guideline how was the onboarding with Guideline?
Incredibly simple. I'm a big fan of Wealthfront on the personal finance side, and Guideline had a very similar process in terms of setup. Logged me in, asked me what my goals were, what kind of risk portfolio or profile I was looking to have, and then boom, 5 clicks, and I had a 401k up and running with a 3% match from the company. It was really great. Again, all of these things, one of the things that you'll find, and I'm sure you have running a business, is that the more complex the tool, the harder it is to create adoption in the company, right? And so all of these things we want to create a simple.
I will say, we've got a 100% participation.
Well, you give out free money, people sign up.
Free money, that is one reason. But it was just so easy for everybody to onboard it. No complaints.
And we have a lot of young people who don't even really know what 401k is, but it was so easy to use that they got in there, got signed up. So those are 5 great tools. So we got Gusto, we've got Guideline, we've got Expensify,
Right Signature, and Time IQ.
We'll put them all in the comments on the, not links, Corey, up and down, left, right, all in the comments of the body copy so you can check them out. Do you have a 6th special bonus?
The 6th tool, like a little bonus tool, would be I've got a TI 30X calculator that I spend a lot of time with. It's a little hindrance though in the fact that I can't do basic math anymore.
No, you've completely lost your
My
skill.
complete reliance on this calculator.
Yeah. Do you have like any of the games like Tunnels or Drug Wars on there?
I've tried to play Fortnite on it. It's just not at that level right now. I think I could do like an upgrade.
Put it in an upgrade, Expensify it though.
Expensify my upgrade so I can play some Fortnite.
Nice. Any other tips that you'd throw out for early businesses thinking about managing their finances?
Yeah, I would say, like we said, for the scale of our company, we're not going to go out and get a big bulky ERP system. That doesn't make sense for us.
Yeah.
Go and find these tools like we've talked about that are low cost to you, very user friendly. that helps with the adoption across the board of your team members. Make sure that you're not just implementing things just to implement them. Are they really creating those efficiencies across the board that your team members are not just, it's like pulling teeth to get them to use it.
Right.
And I would say with these 5 tools that I've brought up, they've been very successful for us.
For sure. So the last thing I'll say too is that I know as an entrepreneur, the temptation is to think of finance as something, oh, I can handle that on the side. Bringing in Bryan has been an incredibly freeing and empowering decision for us that allowed Josh and I to focus on areas of our strengths and allow him to do what he does great. And it cleaned up our business. It brought incredible transparency to how we earn money. It's been a massive help to us. So I would say avoid the temptation to think that finance is something that you as the CEO can handle. Unless it's a core competency and you have 7 parents with accounting degrees, then I would say it's an incredibly important first hire to bring in and give yourself the freedom. At the end of the day, cash is the lifeblood of the business, and understanding where you stand at all times is critical to your success. So hopefully this has been helpful to you today. Bryan, not sure we'll have you back. I don't know. We'll see how the people respond.
Yeah.
But any last words, any shout outs you want to give? Or
no shout outs. I think, we talked about this earlier. I don't think I'm going to make any shout outs today. I mean, we'll see how things go.
Okay. And,
see how things go, and then we'll talk later, maybe cool. A month.
All right, well, the Jake Gyllenhaal of Finance has brought the fire today. We appreciate you, and we'll talk soon.